Good afternoon, my dear students.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Okay, before we will start our formal discussion for today, may I request everyone to please rise for our prayer. Miss Umbong, kindly lead the prayer.
Dear God, thank you for looking after our school. Thank you that you love each and every one of us here. Help us to learn, play, and share together so that the wonderful world you have made becomes more beautiful every day. Amen.
Amen. Now, class, please do pick up those pieces of papers under your chairs and throw it to the trash can. And kindly arrange your seats properly before you take a seat, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Excellent students, you may now take your seat. Again, good afternoon, class.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
How was your lunch? Did you eat well?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very well. By the way, Miss Aison, kindly check the attendance for this afternoon's class and give it to me at the end of the discussion, okay?
Yes, ma'am. Noted.
Alright, thank you. At this point, I will be introducing to you the classroom rules you need to follow for us to have an organized, collaborative, and fun environment. Please read the first rule.
Listen carefully when someone is talking.
Yes, you must listen carefully when others are talking, either your classmates or teacher, understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now please read the next one.
Raise your hand if you want to speak.
Okay, if you want to say something or ask a question, just raise your hand and be quiet and wait to be called. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now kindly read the next one, please, class.
Respect one another.
Alright, you need to respect one another. Don't interrupt your classmates or seatmates when they are doing their homeworks or working on their task. Is that understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now please read the fourth one.
Follow instructions carefully.
Follow the instructions carefully in every activity in order to produce a great output. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, next rule, please.
Set aside your gadgets and stuff that isn't necessary in the discussion.
Right. You must get rid of things which can distract you to focus throughout the discussion. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, kindly read the next one, please.
No foods or drink allowed during the class, except water.
Foods and drinks can make mess in your plates and will affect your focus on learning. So you must not tolerate that. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Alright. Now, last but not the least, let us read it all together.
Be proud of your work and enjoy while working.
Do not be anxious if you see others' works as great than yours. All your works are beautiful and magnificent in its unique way. You did your best to create that one, so you must be proud of yourself for producing that outcome, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so will you able to follow those rules, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, excellent students, very active. Now, who among you here can give me a recap about our previous lesson? Yes, Mr. Jenray.
Our last topic is all about the story of the poem entitled Jabberwocky.
Okay, very good. It is all about the poem entitled Jabberwocky. Then who is the author of the poem? Yes, Mr. G.
The author of the poem we read last lesson was Lewis Carroll.
Yes, the author of the poem is Mr. Lewis Carroll. Very good, Miss Regine. Okay, so what does the poem all about? Yes, Mr. Christian?
It is all about a young brave boy who defeated the furious monster in the woods, namely Jabberwock.
It is all about a brave young boy who faced its fear, and fortunately, he won the battle, fighting the monster, namely Jabberwock. Very well. Then what have you learned from the poem we've read? Yes, Mr. Tanaman.
I've learned in the poem that We must face our fear to carry on with life, and we must not be stagnant with our fear. Get out in your comfort zone and move
That was
forward.
absolutely right, Mr. Tanaman. The poem tells us that in able for us to defeat our fears in life, face it, live the doubt, and do it directly. There, you'll find out how far you'll go. Okay? So do you have any questions regarding your prior topic?
None, ma'am.
Okay, if there is none, I will now group the class into two. Please start from one.
1, 2.
1.
Okay, now, before we will proceed to the lesson proper, I have here two videos of water advertisement to present. Please observe throughout the video for I am going to ask some questions afterwards. Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, here it is. Okay, class, as you watch the video, what have you observed? Yes, Mr. Ryan.
I observed in the video that it explains about the relevance of the water in life.
Right. It shows about the essence of water in our lives. So, for you, class, when do we need water? Yes, Mr. Clarence?
For me, ma'am, we need water when we are thirsty, during meals to digest food, and when we are dizzy or when our throat is dry.
Yes, very good. Water is the source of our body's energy. It makes us feel alive. Now, from your responses, how does the water contribute in humans' life? Yes, Miss Georgina?
Water plays an important role in every human's life, for it will help to digest the food we eat and has a very vital part for transportation of the nutrients in our body. Of course, it also makes us hydrated and feel energized all the time. And in the aspect of daily living, it helps a lot, specifically in planting, growing crops, everyday hygiene, and the like. I guess we can't live without water, for water is life itself.
Very well said, Miss Georgina. Water is life. For everything we do or every aspect of our life, we need water. It can be in regards with our health, sustainability in life, growth of plants, and hygiene. Alright, based on the video shown and your responses, what do you think will be our topic for today, class? Yes, Mr. Angelo.
I think, ma'am, our topic for today has something to do with water and its essential use in living.
Wonderful observation, Mr. Angelo. You are right. Our topic for today will show how important water for living because we will be tackling the story entitled The Crow and the Pitcher written by Aesop. So to move on, let us read the objectives first. Please read it, class.
At the end of this lesson, students will be able to: Number 1. Understand the essence of the story entitled The Crow and the Pitcher by Aesop. Number 2. Perform a debate about the conflict of the story. Number 3. Discover the story's moral lesson which reflects to the real-life situation.
So can we attain these objectives, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very well. Of course we can. So as we start our lesson, students, ready na? Ready na? Alright, wonderful. Now, before we will proceed to the main part of the lesson, let us first exercise our minds and vocabulary learning. We will be having an activity entitled Choose Your Choice. The directions is: identify the meaning that best describes the underlined word. Choose your answer from the choices. Encircle your chosen answer. I will be flashing the activity in the screen. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. If you have any clarifications, just approach me and feel free to ask, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll be giving you 10 minutes to finish that. You may start now. Students, 10 minutes already passed. Are you all done?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is good to hear. If that's so, let us unlock all together the questions. Okay, let us read first the number 1.
The bird had a word in its beak.
What is the underlined word there?
Beak.
Yes, beak. What do you think from the choices best describes the underlined word?
Mouth, ma'am, because birds usually got worms in their mouth.
Yes, very good, Patricia. Wonderful. It is mouth. For they bring foods specifically using their mouth. Now, please read the number 2.
This road is very narrow.
So what is the underlined word there?
Narrow, ma'am.
Yes. Then what do you think in the choices best describe what is narrow?
This is kind of hard, but I guess this is the difference among the choices. I choose limited.
Okay, silly choosing, but at the same time, it is correct. Narrow means small, insufficient, and limited. Very good. Let us now proceed to the next item, number 3. Please read it, class.
A pitcher of lemonade was on the
What
table.
is the underlined word there?
Pitcher, ma'am.
Then what do you think that's the closest synonym of the pitcher from the choices below?
We have pitcher at home. My mom taught me what is it. It is somewhat a kind of jar where we will stock liquids. So my
As the
answer
letter
is
G,
jar.
it is a jar where we will be able to stock some liquids. Now, please read the number 4.
The crow spread his wings.
Okay, so what is the underlined word there?
Crow, ma'am.
Yes. Then what kind of animal do you think the crow is?
There was a time where we saw a color black bird flying in the air, and my sister told me that it is a crow. So my answer is bird, ma'am.
Very good. You have a great memory. It is a kind of bird. Now, please read the last number.
She flew from New York to London.
So what is the underlined word there?
Flew, ma'am.
Okay, then what do you think flew means?
I think, ma'am, it is very impossible to just walk or drive from New York to London. So I choose fly.
Excellent observation. Of course, it is very impossible to just walk and drive from New York to London. We must use airplane, and the airplane flies. Very good. Who among you here got a perfect score? Just raise your hand. Okay, quite a lot, huh? Good job, students. Now, pass all your papers in front. I can see that. Are you now ready for our reading this afternoon? Are you now excited?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that is great. But before we'll go deeper to our main topic for today, which is the story of the crow and the pitcher, let us know first the background of the author, namely Aesop. Please listen carefully to every detail I will share, for we will be having an activity afterwards. It is by group, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. Now let us start with the discussion. Aesop, a great fabulist and storyteller, is believed to have been alive from 622 to 560 before Christ. It was believed that he was a slave but was given his freedom because of his literacy and storytelling. He is credited with writing over 600 fables, which are short stories that teach a moral or lesson. The characters are animals with human traits. The Crow and the Pitcher is one of Aesop's fables, numbered 390 in the Perry Index. It relates ancient observation of corvid behavior that recent scientific studies have confirmed is goal-directed and indicative of casual knowledge rather than simply being due to instrumental conditioning. Okay, did you listen and understand in our first part of discussion, class?
Yes, ma'am.
If that's so, then let us proceed in the activity entitled Spill the Tea. The instruction is, the two groups will form a straight line in the space provided in the middle of the classroom. Every individual in the group will spill an information regarding the other's background. Each member will come forward after the first one until the last member. Every person will be given 3 seconds to answer. Fail to answer? No points. Once you're done with your turn, you can now take a seat. Did you get it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, if that's so, please form a line in the middle of the classroom. Great job, students! The winner for this activity is the Group 2. Congratulations! I will be giving the grand prize to the winner and consolation prize to the other group who didn't win. Don't worry, all of you did an excellent work. Now, I've prepared questions that serves as a guide upon reading the story. You'll answer these questions after the reading, okay? So please be observant and attentive while reading. Okay, now everyone, please read the following.
Number 1. Who is the character of the story? Number 2. What is the conflict of the story? Number 3. How did the character solve the conflict? Number 4. What is the main source of the conflict in the story? Number 5. What is the trait of the character in the story?
Okay, so now, the numbers 1, 2, and 3 will be answered by the Group 1, and the numbers 4 and 5 will be answered by the Group 2. We will read all together the story accompanied by a short video presentation.
Yes, ma'am.
The Crow and the Pitcher, adapted from Aesop by Dina C. Banao. One hot summer day, a thirsty crow looked for water to drink. "It's hot! I'm thirsty," said the crow. "I need to find water." The crow flew from one place to another, looking for water to drink. He finally found a pitcher near a well, but there was only a little water in the pitcher. He tried to drink from the pitcher, but no matter how much he tried, he could not reach the water. "My beak is too big. The pitcher's neck is very narrow. How will I get the water?" said the crow. Then an idea came to the crow. He picked up some small stones and he dropped them into the pitcher one by one. 1, 2, 3. Plop, plip, plop. Little by little, the water rose in the pitcher. 4, 5, 6. Plop, plip, plop. The water rose some more. Soon, the crow could reach the water. "Now I can drink. Ah, it's cold and good." The end. Okay, excellent reading, class. Did you enjoy it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's good to hear then. Do you understand this story?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, alright. If that's so, let us figure out all together if you really does, okay? Let's see how far you learned. Now, we will answer the given guide questions earlier. Choose a representative of the group to stand and state your answers in every question that is assigned for you. Understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Very good. Now let us start with the group 1. Here is your first question. Who is the character of this story?
The character of the story is the crow.
Okay, very good. The character of the story is the crow. Now, what is the conflict of the story?
The conflict is about a thirsty crow who finds across a pitcher with water at the bottom, beyond its big grasp.
Excellent! It is about a thirsty crow who finds a pitcher with water at the bottom of it, but cannot be reached by its beak. Now, here is your last question. How did the character solve the conflict?
He thinks of a way to make the water rise. The crow uses pebbles and put it one by one to the pitcher until he can reach the water.
Yes, absolutely right. The crow uses his wit and figure out how to make the water rise with the use of pebbles or small stones. Good job, Group 1. Let us give a round of applause to Group 1. Now, let us proceed to the Group 2. Here is your first question. What is the main source of the conflict in the story?
For us, ma'am, we see the lack of water as the main source of the conflict in the story. The place where the crow lives is dry and no mark of water.
Yes. Okay, very good. It is the inadequacy of water. Now, what do you think is the trait of the character in the story?
The crow is very persistent, determined, and witty, ma'am, for he able to achieve its goal, which is to reach and drink the water.
Very well said, Group 2. The crow has a very inspirational
Yes, ma'am.
trait, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Very well. Impressive students. Very good indeed. Let's give a clap for yourselves. Good job. Now, at this point, students, let me ask you again. Did you really understand our lesson for today?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, let's see if you really are. We will be having another activity entitled Spin the Wheel. The instructions is, each group must choose 3 representatives to come here in front and spin the wheel. They will describe the specific object, word, or name which connects with our topic for today, in where the arrow points as the wheel stops to spin. Did you get it, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Now, discuss in your group for 5 minutes on who will you choose as 3 representatives to come here in front and spin the wheel. You can also have a quick review about our whole discussion this afternoon. If you have any clarifications, do not hesitate to ask me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, alright, you may start now. Alright, students, time's up. The 3 chosen participants from each group, please come here in front. Great work, students! You answer all the questions that is asked. With that, both groups will receive the great rewards. Let's give a clap for yourselves. At this point, we will be having another group activity. But before that, let me ask you first a question. What are your performances on your English class during your previous years?
We've done speech, stock shows, advertisement, and debate, ma'am.
Whoa! I can say that you are now efficient in the aspect of our last activity this afternoon, for you've already experienced it, because you will be having a debate. Our last activity for today is entitled Stand Your Side. The instructions is, the topic of the debate is about the conflict of the story. Is there any way for the crowd to get the water out of the pitcher? State and stand your opinion. Each speaker speaks once for a defined period. The order of speaker is First affirmative, first negative. Second affirmative, second negative. And third affirmative and third negative. Members of each side must consist of first speaker, second speaker, third speaker, and the rebuttal. You are allowed to bring copy for your guide only. Do not just read it, okay? Okay, you'll be given 30 minutes to brainstorm with your groups. We will be doing the flip the coin to know if what side you are, okay? For group 1, they are head, and for group 2, they are tail. What will come out will be the affirmative, and directly the other group will be the opposition side. Okay. Okay, it is a tail, so obviously the group 2 will be the affirmative side and the group 1 is the opposition side. So here is a rubric for this activity for you to be guided in achieving an excellent performance. You may now start collaborating with your groupmates. Okay, students, 30 minutes already passed. Are you all ready?
Yes, ma'am.
If that's so, let us begin the debate. Wow! I was in the hot seat watching all of you throwing your sides. It was really hard to declare who will be the winner for this activity because both groups have good points. Yet fortunately, I figured out who is the winner. It is just a matter of 2 points. So the winner is the opposition side. Congratulations! Let's give them a hand. What a wonderful performance, students! You go beyond my expectations. I know you'll do a good job. You're all excellent. Let's give a clap for yourselves. Okay, so this time, I want to hear your thoughts, students, about our topic for today. Anyone in the class? Yes, Mr. Vidal.
Regarding on our topic today, it inspires my being. A lot of realizations gained and improvements and lessons I've learned. If you want to achieve a goal in life, we must not stop until we reach it. Life is full of challenges,
Yes.
but this will make us stronger and discover things which can add on our knowledge. All I can say is that the discussion for today is really
Brilliant! Thank you, Mr. Vidal, for your very heartwarming message. I am glad that you get something wonderful and life-changing realizations on our topic for today. So another question. What lesson did you get from our topic? Yes, Ms. Abduhan.
The lesson I get in today's topic is that being persistent, determined, and positive, you can conquer all
Yes.
challenges we might face in life. At the same time, in any circumstances, we must analyze first the situations and use our wit to figure out how to solve it.
Yes, very well said. Very well said, Ms. Abduhan. Life is full of mysteries. We need to use our logical thinking to unlock and claim it. Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So now, can someone in the class give me a summarization about our topic for this afternoon? Yes, Miss Michelle. Go on. Amazing! Let's give a clap for Michelle and for everyone. Great work, students. Great work. Since you are now very knowledgeable about the discussion based on your performances, let's test the overall learning you have throughout our discussion. We'll be having a quiz. It consists of 2 parts. Test 1 is multiple choice and Test 2 is essay. The quiz will be in the Google form. I will be sending the link in the group chat and just click it, okay? You only have 15 minutes to answer these. Please do read the instructions carefully upon answering, okay? If you do have questions and clarifications, just approach me, alright? Okay, very good. You may now start answering. Okay, 15 minutes already passed and I can see that all of you here already responded in the link. And good news, a lot of you got perfect scores. Congratulations, everyone. Great job. Let's clap for everyone. Well done. Okay, now, well done, everyone. Well done. Now, I am going to wrap today's class with an assignment. Instructions. Write a reflection paper based from our topic for today. Print it out together with the rubrics. Kindly fill in the information needed above the rubrics. See the rubrics also for your guide as to create your assignment. Okay? Did you understand the instructions?
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
very good. Okay, now, that's all for today, class. You all did a very good job this afternoon. Goodbye and thank you for your cooperation. Thank you for your cooperation. See you in the next meeting.
Goodbye and thank you, Ma'am Marian. Mag-ingat po kayo.